Hello, I am Reverend Tammy Brantley. I invite you into our Transformed by Faith Today podcast, as I'll be reading for you Jeremiah chapter 33, verses 6 through 8. Nevertheless, I will bring health and healing to it. I will heal my people and will let them enjoy abundant peace and security. I will bring Judah and Israel back from captivity and will rebuild them as they were before. I will cleanse them from all the sin they have committed against me and will forgive all their sins of rebellion against me. As I look at this podcast today and I reflect on our season of series and Dare to Hope, we have come to the conclusion this week of our series on Jeremiah and our series on Dare to Hope. And we have traveled through various stages in Jeremiah. Many times in the book of Jeremiah, we refer to chapter 29:11 and the promises that God has for us. But this particular passage falls after years of those who have been in captivity, going through desolation and despair, going through God's anger and wrath. And it begins with the Lord speaking to Jeremiah about all that has happened in this season of desolate lands and despair. The key thing that keeps popping up is the one word, nevertheless. Nevertheless, it changes the trajectory for the people of Israel and Judah. The word nevertheless allows us to move from the past and the present of what has been happening in darkness to a place where God's promises are now being restored. And so when I hear the word nevertheless, it is like whenever you turn on a light in a dark room. There have been places where you walk in a dark space, and then when the light switch comes on, everything that you knew was supposed to be there was there when the light came on. Nevertheless, in this text reminds us that no matter what we've gone through, God promises to restore, to rebuild, to give us good health, to give us healing. This is the place in this text where we are reminded not only of the promises of God, but it is also the place where God lets us know that we have been forgiven, in addition to the fact that we will be given all of the things that we once had back. Nevertheless, allows us to see in the beginning of this text that no matter what we've been through, in spite of how sinful we may have been, in spite of all of the things that have happened to us and around us, that God still wants the very best for his people. And I am encouraged by the one word in this text, nevertheless. No matter what has happened before, no matter what we've gone through, no matter where we are even right now in our lives, whether we're in a season of darkness and despair, whether we're in a season of questioning and wondering where is God, this is a reminder that the Lord our God wants to bless us. It is a reminder not just that God wants to bless us, that God wants to heal us, that God wants us to prosper. It is a promise that is made by the Lord himself, that he will restore and he will honor the promises that he has for us. And so whatever season you're in, begin to think about God has a nevertheless moment coming in your life. God has a nevertheless moment that in any minute, in any second, he can flip the light switch on in your darkness and turn you back to a place of restoration, wholeness, healing, abundance, prosperity, and peace. And that, my friends, is good news.